I didn't think we had the best start. I thought we were ready to play. It was just we were a little bit off. Whether it be, not making shots early or kind of loose with the ball. But I thought our guys settled in. And one thing I told one of the coaches, we were at the 8-minute timeout, and I was like, we always got to remember they're college students. And our guys, we had multiple exams this morning, and we got a bunch coming up. And it's a challenge this time of year. You kind of look around college basketball, and you think, why isn't the team as sharp as they should be? And we weren't as sharp as we should be tonight. And they're dealing with a lot of stuff, not just basketball. So I thought we settled in. I thought the second half, I thought Molson was the MVP of the game with scoring whatever he scored, 3 points. His energy, the way he played the right way, defensively, rebound and assist, I thought he kind of changed the momentum of the game, whether it be in the first half or the second half. So it was great to see him go from a big scoring game at UVA where he played well, and he played well here without scoring. So I thought that was important for the culture of our team.
Kind of touching on what you already said. I've heard some other coaches say when they get done playing UVA, they throw the video away because they're not going to see anything like that again. Is it good for you guys to kind of come back where you can get in your style of game, your offensive rhythm, and have this one at this point in the season?
Well, you got to play different styles. And, college basketball is way different than NBA where, teams can slow it down. You see zones, you see presses, you see multiple things. And you got to be able to adjust to different styles. And, I don't know if we're going to have an extreme in our conference play that's like UVA, whether it be, defensively or schematics. But there's some similar. And, we're going to have to rely on that. And there's also going to be some teams playing fast and play a zone and different things. So we take away something from every game. And it's definitely an adjustment. We went from, you think about it, how fast we played against Eastern Kentucky. And then the slowdown at UVA, and then tonight was fast-paced. So we got to be able to adjust whatever the game dictates.
Gallaudet certainly wants to be treated like any other school in the nation. But do you feel like, at least for this game, that this game is maybe a little bit bigger than basketball?
Yeah, I have so much respect. I come out for the game and I do a pregame radio, and I was looking at their players, the smiles on their face, and their coach, and taking pictures, and I have those moments sometimes. We walk into, the Dean Dome or something. You see our players act like that. So I thought it was great for them to get the opportunity. They're going to be able to tell their kids they played, in this arena and play against Division I players. And some of them did some good things out there. And I got respect for how they play too. I mean, that is a scrappy, hard-playing bunch. And our guys kept coming to the bench about how physical they were. And so you just watch the way they communicate on the court, and they all seem connected. And there's a lot you can take away from a team. And, you don't always look, maybe if they had some 6'9", 6'10" guys, they could have done something different, even better. But you can tell they're high character. They play the right way. And we learned some stuff tonight. We really did.
You get a little bit of a break after this game, and then you get a quick turnaround versus Long Island and then Coppin State. What do you think you'll need to work on as you head into conference play after this? Yeah,
my staff and I were starting to put it together. And, one of the mistakes I learned when I was early in coaching, you kind of get in this exam week and you're like, you know what, I'm going to be able to put in this or put in that. By the time the guys get to practice with you, their brains are fried. And they have a lot going on their plate right now. We got multiple study halls tomorrow. We'll practice short on Monday. They get off on Tuesday for multiple study halls. So, hopefully they can kind of take care of business academic-wise. And we get to the end of the week, we hopefully get some bodies back and healthier. But as a coaching staff, we really get together and kind of see what we're doing right, what we got to fix. And, I think we're doing a lot of things right. I still don't think we quite know our team. And we're going to get Terrell Strickland back pretty soon. We're without Mezzi, not for too long, which was great news. But we're going to be without Mezzi for a little bit. And then so we're constantly adjusting our lineup and our roster, and roles are changing.
Kind of stepped on the question I was going to ask you, but
I knew you asked injury questions. You love those injury questions.
But I talked to both Terrell and Rod in the summer about this game coming up. I'm sure Terrell would love to be back for the one that's coming up. Do you think that'll be the case?
Yeah, I mean, Terrell is he's actually doing practice right now. He's doing all the non-contact stuff. He's needs the final clearance with the CT scan, and once that goes, he's going to play. And kind of the target has kind of been this LIU game. So if everything stays on schedule, it's then. But if it's not, it's shortly thereafter. He's coming back soon.
And, Justin Amadi, I think he's shooting 74% for the season now. I asked him, I was like, should he be taking some more shots? Do you think he should be taking some more shots if he's going to keep that percentage?
Well, so, it's one of those things where the shots that come in our offense for him are high percentage. Now, he finishes a lot of them around the rim. He's gotten much better at finishing around the rim. But, it's not like we could start running dribble drive ISOs for him and different things like that. What Justin is, he's a star in his role. And he's a star at what he does. He does some things at an elite level. And sometimes you get outside of that and you forget what you do really well. And he can keep expanding his game. And I think we've seen that. But, defensively, he's very, very good. And offensively, he's the fastest big, I think, in the country. So he can use what he uses, to an elite level, and I think he's done that, and that's why his percentage is really high.
So you mentioned that Talk was your MVP of the game tonight, despite he wasn't the high scorer. Do you think as you guys get deeper into your schedule, your balanced attack, a bunch of guys can score? Do you think that's going to be the key to a good season this year?
Yeah, I mean, we just got to get caught up in the amount of points that JMU has and not the individual. And, JMU needs to have more points than an opponent. And I told the guys many times, we don't have to find points. There's points in that locker room. There's points on that court. We got to have guys that are doing the other things that contribute to winning. And, if we're playing unselfish and 31 assists tonight, shows that part. If we're playing defense and rebounding and doing those things, we'll score enough points. But it's going to be different guys a lot of nights. It's not going to be the same night, the same guy, and we're not just featuring one guy. We're trying to feature JMU, and all these guys are trying to contribute to winning.
How's it feel to come back and kind of just get back into your offensive rhythm and everything after a different kind of game?
Yeah. It's kind of challenging, going against a number 3 team and then having to face an opponent like this. But, I mean, just basketball at the end of the day, it's got to come ready to play and just play our game.
You put up 12 threes today. Do you feel like you're starting to get more of a rhythm, 3-point shooting-wise?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time now. I mean, eventually I just shoot. So, I mean, eventually I just know it's going to fall.
I mean, for you other two guys,
Yeah.
When you play a game against a team that throws a completely different kind of defense at you, is it good to get a game like this in where you can kind of just get back into your offense, your style?
Yeah, it's always good to mix it up. So, having that different look on defense definitely is going to help us for our future games. So it was good to have that.
Justin, you had a huge game versus EQU for 2 points, and now you come out with this game. As your role starts to grow, what kind of is your mentality in the offense?
Just to really play hard and just help the team out always.
Along those last few, Justin, I think you're shooting like 74% this season. Do you ever think oh man, maybe I should be putting up some more shots? When you put shooting that position?
Nah, I just want to win at the end of the day. So anything to help the team win.
Kind of games like this where a bunch of guys contribute and things like that, what lessons do you kind of take going into games that will be tougher where you're going to need everyone to contribute?
I mean, this whole season, it's kind of been a little easier and a little funner to play with. Everyone can score, everyone can put the ball in the basket. I mean, you just got to play our role, at the end of the day.
And Sule, a lot of offensive rebounds. How do you embrace your role, either as coming off the bench starting and just kind of being the guy that gets rebounds for the team?
Going back to what kind of just said, just playing as hard as I can, doing anything I can to help the team win. So that's basically what I do on the floor. So.